right, since you all think I'm late, I might as well be late. No, I'm not late. I was sitting here the whole time. I just didn't click on go live just yet, but I'm here. But good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel once again. You know it is JJ on JJ's PC Builds. First time here, hit that, what do you call it, machine? Subscribe? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know the rest of the drill. I ain't gonna give it to you. That's because nobody ever likes to hit the subscribe button. I don't know why I do that routine, man. It's like everybody's like, you shouldn't do that routine, Jay. It's like waste of air. It's like, oh, waste of air, Okay, before we get into the controversy of my last video that I did, we're going to get into that. But I'm just going to make everybody well aware of what's going on with me right now. Understand this. Right now, I got my mouth I got to deal with, my teeth. I had gone to the dentist yesterday. Day before, I've been dealing with the pain for the last 2 weeks. And now I'm dealing with this accident, dealing with my shoulder pain, going to therapy and everything else. I have to keep my arm almost still on the right side. So I'm like, trying to make videos doing the, right here. But I have no excuse. At least I'm making the videos. Number one. So since we're doing the live stream tonight, and you guys aren't here to hear about my drama stories, let's get into the real story that we need to be talking about. You ready, machine? Yeah, machine's ready. And thank you, Dr. Blitz. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for that 99 center, brother. It is appreciated, and it goes right to the channel, of course. How can I start this machine?
I don't know.
Well, I'll just do this. I got nothing scripted. Nothing. I got nothing in front of me. I'm not looking at no teleprompter, no nothing. Okay, straight up. Jay, you need to take 3 months off streaming to get well. Yeah, I know. I do agree, Cyborg. I do agree. But, if I do that, I'm going to lose subscribers, and I really can't do that right now because I'm trying to work towards that 1,000 mark. I mean, this is going on my 4th year. I should be over 10,000 subscribers, but I guess they don't like my videos that much, obviously. But I am doing my best to work on them. Telling y'all, make sure you got your drink and snacks, by the way. You ain't going to want to know what's in this bottle right here. This is mouthwash. Yeah, this is what the dentist gave to me and said, you know what, you can go use this right here. Wash out your mouth. I'm about to shove it up his you-know-what and wash that out. So, yeah. Okay. Let's get into the controversy, guys. This is something that nobody talks about. The standard when it comes to monitors. A standard that been going on for years. Okay. But let me tell you where I was at and way I was trained was on like this. When they come out with the LCD monitors, their training was on horizontal and vertical. Okay. Technicians that trained me said it's not a round bubble where you got to go diagonally. This is a flat monitor. I mean, because the lines on the screen go horizontal and vertical. So they convinced me, bourbon mouthwash here, Cyborg, you got it going on, man. Bourbon mouthwash. But yeah, getting down to it, guys. I mean, you have to understand, I was going by a standard that I was trained upon for years. Okay? This is no BS, no lies. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. There's the truth. It's a standard I've been running with for years. Now, me and Mr. Machine, when we looked at this monitor, what was your thought about this, Machine?
I was always under the impression that it wasn't measured, crossways. Like, I thought it was just vertical and horizontal, but evidently I've been wrong this whole time.
Yeah, and Mr. Winston said the same thing too, right?
Yep.
So there's not just more than one. See, Mr. Machine is learning how this world works, the PC world. Okay? Now, I was trained upon the standards of horizontal and vertical, and that's the size of your monitor. That's what I was trained upon. But I'm not calling anybody on Front Street. Yeah, that's the codeine talking. Probably. But I'm not calling anybody out on Front Street. Okay? Mr. Dakota brought it up to me and said, this has been the standard for 80 or 90 years. He pulled it up. And I'm like, well, no, that's kind of untrue. Because the actual standard back then was for the round oval bubble, the round bubble that was on your TV. Yeah, you had to measure it corner to corner to get an actual true measurement of your TV. Was true to get an actual measurement of your screen. But when you got a rectangle right in front of you that's flat, where's the bubble? Wake up. Where's the bubble? That standard is so old, it needs to be fixed. Nobody's using CRT anymore. If they are, God bless you. So, but majority of everybody around the world is using flat screen monitors or a curved screen monitor. Even with the curved screen, you still get a little bit of a jizz. Because when you measure it corner to corner, the monitor's like this. So you're not getting the full aspect of the monitor, really. It makes no sense to go like that. It makes more sense to go like this. But that's not the problem. Okay? The problem is they didn't put this. When we looked on Amazon, me and Mr. Machine, we looked on Amazon. We did. Both of us. Did it say anything about it being crisscrossed for 32 inches? Machine?
No, but we're under a different impression, I think.
Yeah, it's
like if the standard is, that way, diagonal as a measurement, then it was our misunderstanding of the way it was measured. So
yeah,
because if that's the standard, they didn't do anything wrong. We just didn't know.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, it's not the matter of anybody's fault. It's just the matter of that I admit I didn't do my homework, and if this is the standard, then I'm going to have to watch more carefully with the next monitor I get. Because if I want a 30-inch or a 28-inch, I want it to be the full aspect of 28 inches wide or 30 or 32. I don't want to go corner to... You think my head goes like this? Oh, that hurts. And I'm not supposed to be doing that. You think my head goes like this looking at the monitor? Really? My head don't bend like that. That hurt. So,
Yeah, but it's the standard, so it doesn't have to make sense for it to be the standard.
yeah, I know. And that's the problem, is they're getting away with this. They're making tons of money over this standard. And people just don't realize it and don't wake up to it. I mean, you know, that's the thing. I was even shocked that my monitor, you know, the smart monitor that I have over there is bigger than this. Look, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to, I mean, guys, I just want everybody to be aware. Machine, I want you to be aware. I want everybody to be aware that that standard that they got out there now, where it's, you got to measure it from corner to corner to get your actual aspect ratio. You know, you got to measure it corner to corner to get your aspect ratio. You can't do it this way and this way where you actually see it. No, that doesn't make sense to nobody. Because when you buy a monitor, I was, you know, I mean, it's supposed to be a gaming monitor. It's supposed to have a curve to it. It's got a little bit of a curve to it, but it don't really matter because my eyeballs don't, you know, focus out here. My eyeballs focus right here. So, okay. So the new standard, so we can get this out of the way, is that diagonally, you have to measure the monitor diagonally for it to work. Right, machine? Uh-oh, drop frames. Why? Why am I dropping frames?
You didn't measure the frames properly.
No, I'm only getting, no, my internet's dropping.
You have to measure your frames diagonally, no crisscross.
Oh. I'm waiting for the kilobytes per second to pick back up. Wow, my internet must be all over the place tonight. Give me a minute. I'm checking the stream. No, it's still set to the same thing. Saying I'm having bad internet day.
MTPK is here.
Yeah. Don't know. Let me try something else. Says it didn't find any problems with the network.
You're not on Wi-Fi, right? You're plugged directly in. Right?
Oh yeah, I'm plugged directly in, man. That's why I'm double checking. I made sure the Wi-Fi was turned off. All right, guys, give me a minute. I don't like this stream drop. This is becoming crap. Yeah, we're on.
Yep.
Y'all see me now. We're back on. We got a solid signal. I don't know why it's showing a Wi-Fi signal. I don't know what the hell that YouTube's pulling. But anyway, we got a signal, so we're good. Let's see. How can I refresh this? How can I refresh this? Okay. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Hopefully we're back on. It wasn't using the Wi-Fi. Was not using Wi-Fi. Working for NASA might help, but then we would not have this monitor discussion probably. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I do agree with that. It's doing it again. God damn, what the hell is going on with this? I don't know what's going on with YouTube, guys. I really don't. I mean, I'm about to do... See, this is the reason why, I get on a little bit early. And usually I have everything set and ready to go. But we'll let it work itself out. Let's see. I'm doing a speed test right now. Well, I got enough download speeds. It's at 264 megs per second. Megabits, whatever. Oh. That's why. YouTube's pushing the max of my upload speed. That's what the problem is. But they're only pushing 23.6. They're not pushing it. They're not pushing enough for it to act all funky and weird. Let's see what the problem is. Okay, this doesn't make sense. The stream current bit rate is 23,736.05 kilobits per second. And it's supposed to be 23,500 kilobytes per second. So it's running more, but it says is lower than recommended byte rate. I thought that's more. 23.7. Oh, they're gonna keep screwing with me. They are gonna keep screwing with me. I can't get this thing. I can't. Okay, so can't change anything. So output. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's put it at 23,600. There. It's at 23,600. Now it says excellent. You mother. Okay, so we're at excellent right now. Okay, let's get back to it, guys. If it acts up again, then when you guys type in the chat, let's make sure it's working. It's not me dropping the frames. It's not my computer or anything. It's the internet dropping the frames. So we'll just have to deal with it for the meantime. Okay. So I lost my thought. You say it's close enough?
I was talking to Courtney.
Oh, okay. I think I lost about half the people that were on the stream. I didn't know, man. Okay. Well, here's the deal. Regardless, hell or high water, I'm going to get this out off my chest. Okay. If it comes down to it, and this is the standard, I will admit I will go by this standard. If this is the standard that everybody's talking about, we'll go by the standard. Okay. That's cut and dried, end of story. But everybody that buys monitors needs to know that if you're going to buy a monitor, don't expect on the box to give you the actual size. Make sure that you're taking the box and you're, since if you buy from Amazon, Newegg, or whatever, you can't measure a box. But if you go to Walmart or someplace local, make sure you take your measuring tape with you so you can make sure you get the right monitor that you're paying for. That's the whole deal. When you order from these companies, you can't really judge and know what you're getting. You take what you get into a box. And I mean, I don't like the standard. I'm sorry. I'm just that way. Thank you, MDBK. The thing is now I can't see the chat because this said the chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Unable to connect you. Please try again later. So let's see if I can say hello. There. Now I got the chat to work again. And I can't help it with the dodgy Wi-Fi. Well, I'm not using Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is turned off. What I need to find out, truthfully, is I need to find out why my Ethernet is acting up. It's full. It's not metered. Shows everything's fine here. That's YouTube. That's YouTube with that dodgy crap. They need to fix it. That's YouTube, my friends. What do you think, Machine?
I mean, it was working before.
Yeah, I know. And just all of a sudden, it stops working and everything else. Well, you got to understand, Microsoft put out an update that was supposed to shut down modems and stuff like that. You got to remember, a network card is just like a modem. I mean, it's not like a phone modem, but it's kind of in the same realm as a modem. I guess their update was shutting down modems and stuff. No, but it come out that Microsoft said the modems that were with those certain drivers were out of date and they didn't want a security risk. So you know what they did? They blocked them. Every one of them. So I hope that none of those drivers that they blocked are dealing with my PC. Because now if they're blocking drivers, what are they going to do next? Simple. What are they going to do next? That was another thing. And another thing. Everybody's complaining about NVIDIA's update. Says there is a problem with the drivers. I mean, I can tell you guys to come back to the monitor. Monitor runs fine. It does great. Crua did a good job building the monitor. It's sturdy. I mean, I could take and bend it like this. I guarantee I'll snap it, but you know, it's durable enough. I still can't understand what the hell those standoffs were for. You know, Machine? I still can't figure out what the hell those standoffs were for. Oh, there they are. Can anybody figure this out and tell me what they use this standoffs for? These right here. For a Crua monitor. Supposedly 32 inch. No, and it doesn't even show up on the Crua website. You know, let's do a little bit more investigating. Why not? Oh, even the fucking internet's acting fruity. What the hell? What the hell? My PC has just been acting like a total turd today. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Look at this. It's all the way on this side of the monitor. This is like supposed to be over here. Okay. See? It just popped right back in. See? Let's go into 32-inch monitors. Okay, so this is 1080. This is 1440. This is 1080. This is 4K. 32-inch, but it's a 144 hertz monitor. Mine's 165. And that says $400. Now this looks like, yeah, they must have updated their website because now it's on their website. You know that machine? They must have updated it because now it's on their website. I wonder why. But let's see what they did update. Yeah, same thing they put on Amazon. So I don't know, guys. I don't see going any further beating this horse, man. We all know that the new standard now, we'll just leave it as that, but we might as well just call it said and done. What do you think, Machine? I mean, there's no sense of beating the horse. I mean, they're not going to change anything, you know. So I guess we have to eat whatever they put as the standard. That's the thing. That's the problem. When we go to look for monitors online, how are we going to actually purchase them? Not knowing what the actual standard is. How are you going to measure getting the right monitor? This standard that's why the standard makes no sense. None at all. Is because people are used to horizontal and vertical. I know the nerds and everything out there are used to diagonal, you know, they get what they get. They always talk about, oh yeah, I got me a 27-inch monitor to game on. Because that's all you can game on, you know, if you really want to get your game on, is a 27-inch monitor. 27 inches on a 32-inch diagonal sphere, which makes no sense. So if it was 27, they should have just called it 27. That would have simplified everything. You know what I mean, Machine? That's the whole idea. The consumer wants it simplified. They work all day. They come home. The last thing they want to do is have a problem. Let's say a consumer his monitor goes out. Now he's got to go shopping on Amazon. He wants to get the same one that he got. He got himself a 38-inch monitor. I mean, a smart TV. We'll just put a smart TV in there. He got a 38-inch smart TV, you know, and he goes on Amazon and he goes buy another 38-inch smart TV. And when it gets to his house, he's looking at the box and, you know, he says, what, 33 inches? He measures the box this way and this way. It's only 33 inches this way. And he probably only got like 20 something that way. And then he was like, he's on the horn with Amazon. It's like, what the hell is this? And they're like, well, you can't RMA this because it's brand new and it works. So you're stuck with it. How pissed off do you think a customer is going to be about that? My job as a reviewer is to call this out. That's my job as a reviewer. I put my butt on the line day in and day out with my videos. Okay, that's where it comes down to the whole hardship. I think about the consumer. I'm not thinking about myself. Because if this happened to me, I know it's going to happen to you. Straight up. I know it's going to happen to you. And it's my job to point this out. What? I get the monitor and not say anything? I don't measure it or anything else. And I look at the box and I don't say nothing. And then you guys ask me, Jay, what's the size on the monitor? And I'm going to be like, I don't know. I don't know. You get my point, right? So I have to know these things. I have to measure this to know this. But yeah, I got caught off guard about the standard. Hey, if this is standard, it's the standard. But the consumer needs to know this too. So this has turned out to be not a negative thing. This turned out to be a learning thing. Right? You learn from the littlest mistakes that you do make. And this is one mistake that I made, but it turned out good in the long run because now everybody watching the live stream, even on replay, will know that there's the new that standard. So they're not blindsided by when they go on Amazon or Newegg or any one of these companies and they buy a monitor from them. They're not going to be blindsided. Am I wrong about that, Machine?
No.
At least they heard it from me. At least I'm giving them a heads up. Because I got blindsided. I made a video on it. Yes, I was upset about it. Because this man here on the phone put his hard-earned green down on the table and got that. Under the same impression I got, that kind of made me upset. That chapped me really bad. Because when people people send stuff to the channel for me to review, and I see that their hard-earned money is getting wasted on product that they're not buying, yeah, I'm going to get upset about it. And I don't care about what standards is what. That has nothing. This is 2026. This is not 90 to 100 years ago. So we all need to get our heads out of that gear and bring it to 2026. Okay? And they need to really, these companies, and I'm not calling them out and I'm not, bashing the companies. But this standard needs to change. It really does, Machine. Seriously.
I don't think it will.
No, it won't. As long as they keep siphoning money off the consumer, they can care less if they know about this standard or not. But when the customer gets pissed off and not buy anything from them ever again because they adopted this standard, then guess what? More power to you. Because you adopted the standard, you're going to lose business. Now, if there wasn't no consumers, you wouldn't have a business. So you got to start thinking about the consumer like I do. I think about the consumer on the lower budget, on the mid budget. I don't think about high end. High end has nothing to do with my channel. My channel is the consumer that can only afford what they can afford. And I work with them day in and day out to make sure they get some kind of decent PC. I don't charge anything for it. All I say, if you want to help the channel out, there's, what do you call that thing? I don't even know what we call it anymore. If you want to help the channel out, you can, do your diligence and, what is that, super chat, something like that. But I don't press that on people. I'm not like that. I notice other channels, they say like this: if you want information, you want me one-on-one, and you need to go over there and you need to drop me some super chats, some money, in order for me to go one-on-one with you. Oh, I got a book that you can follow for this month. You know what? I listen to all that crap every day. And I thank God hear this out. I thank God that my channel doesn't have all that drama that they put out there like that, because I care about my people. I care about my subscribers. And yeah, when I fuck up, and I'm going to say fuck up, when I make a mistake, I own up to it. And just like with this one with the monitor, okay, I'll own up to it. Yes, the monitor is 32 inches diagonally, okay? But my problem is we were thinking 32-inch screen. I knew there would be a bezel around it, and I was thinking, okay, well, maybe a ½ inch on the bezel. Actually, there is only a ½ inch on the bezel. So I was thinking 32.5 inches going across. And I was kind of figuring 20.5 inches going vertically, or 25 or something like that. But you get what you pay for. I mean, 1 minute I went onto their site, they didn't have this on there. And I even put the numbers in the search on their site, because they have a search thing that you can search for your monitor. It didn't even show up. All of a sudden, people put it on Front Street. Guess what happens? It shows up. Oh, this is our monitor. Oh, we are selling this. That to me is a little sneaky and suspicious. But like I said, you know, I don't like calling companies out. I really don't. I call them out for a reason. And this is one reason I thought it was BS. And still do. But it's the standard, and I can't call them out on it. So that's why I'm going to tell you guys, with this monitor, 4K, runs good, everything else, would I recommend it? Machine, do you think I should recommend it?
Yeah, I mean, everything works.
Everything works, yes, but right out of the box, I can tell you right now, you're going to end up having to reset the colors and everything, the brightness, the contrast. Out of the box, you're not going to get the best experience. Okay, there's my review. Okay, not calling the company out, don't need to, just saying I'm talking about the hardware. So when you go and you purchase one and you try it out for the first time, I don't want you to come back and say to me, Jay, what the hell are you talking about? I tried it for the first time and it looked like garbage. See, I had to go in there, reset all the colors and get everything just right inside, with the menu on the TV or the monitor first. Then I had to go into NVIDIA app and set the colors in there to match, to get the brightness and everything to match. It seems some of the stuff that's on NVIDIA is running independent of this monitor. Does that make sense? See, I always thought a monitor was supposed, if the graphics card takes control of the settings, then that's the standard. Tell me where I'm wrong about that. Years ago, that's the way it used to be. When you put driver software in your PC for your monitor, guess what? The graphics card takes control of the monitor. Now they don't do the software anymore. What your monitor, the way I measured this was the monitor is running independent on the colors of the graphics card. So if I want to get blacker than blacks, I can get there. with a little bit more tweaking, which I already did, because the settings on the monitor are down from when I first started, because at the beginning it was jacked up to 100% on the brightness. 100%. And then I had to go in there and figure out the menu buttons and figure out how to get into the menu and bring the brightness down to like 20%. I had to bring down the brightness on this monitor to 20%. And I had to increase the contrast up to 80% just to get it to rebalance. And then after that, I had to go into the NVIDIA program and bring the brightness up another 30%, and then bring the contrast back down 10% to balance it. And then bring the gamma in and bring that down a little bit, to get it to work right. But I got it to work right. How's that, Mr. Machine? Gomada, good to see you. Welcome to the channel. Sorry, my when YouTube messed up the live stream chat, I got to look on my phone now for that. I have a 27-inch. Yeah. But the thing is this is supposed to be 32. It is diagonally 32. So, but that's okay. We're good with it. It's a true 27-inch monitor, 27 in the width. And I keep forgetting, is it 18.5? We're going to find out again. We're going to find out again. Is it? It is, nope. It is 16.5. So, thought it was 18. It's 16.5 to be accurate. So, 27 and a half, 16.5, 32-inch diagonally. There you go. There's your whole monitor right there. It's a 27-inch monitor. Half-inch for the bezel. That means the housing that wraps around the screen. Half-inch for that. So, yeah. You get what you pay for, machine. So if you want a true 32-inch monitor, you're going to end up having to get a 37-inch monitor. Well, they say it was a 36.7-inch monitor. So they say 37. Make sense? No, it don't make sense to me. So
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is. I told you I was going to squash it, and that's the end of the story. The monitor that you got is working really well, so it's going to take a little bit more tweaking in time. So this is the deal. February 28th is going to be a month that I had this monitor. If something's going to happen to it, I want it to happen within this month, because I've seen a couple reviews on Amazon that said the monitor blew up in 2 weeks. I want to see if that happens. That'll give me something really complain about now. So I know everybody's probably, that's probably why we don't got many on the stream, because people are probably thinking, oh, Jay's just complaining again. He ain't talking about nothing. No, this is important, because when you go to purchase something, you need to know what's going on. But now we're going to move on from that. The stream keeps crapping out on me. Oh. So this might be a short-lived stream. I've reset my internet. I don't know what the hell. Trying to trick YouTube. I got a lot of drop frames and a lot of negatives. Oh, man. Let's see. But it says excellent. Right now it says excellent, but I got dropped frames like crazy. Does this make sense, machine?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to do something a little bit dangerously. All right, I pushed it up to 27,000. Let it stabilize. Let it stabilize. Wow, I'm losing frames per second. As soon as I mess with